I'm at the National Portrait Gallery in London for the last weekend of the Six Lives exhibition on the Queens of Henry VIII. Welcome to 4 Minute Family History. The exhibition ran from the 20th of June to the 8th of September 2024. We see the names of the 6 women and they've been given one word to describe each of them. Catherine Parr, Regent. Then we come to a room of 6 black and white photographs of the 6 waxworks in Madame Tussauds. Anne of Cleves definitely has the best likeness. Catherine Parr's not bad though, actually. We come to the 6th and final room now for Queen Catherine Parr. And we start with the full-length portrait of her, which for years, when I was growing up and beyond, was thought to be the 9-day Queen, Lady Jane Grey. But the identity has been restored now. It is Catherine Parr, and it's the first full-length portrait of a Queen of England. The artist isn't known, but it was painted around 1543, and one of the things that I find is so interesting about this is the carpet that she stands on. It just shows us a feature of Tudor palaces and what they'd be walking on. This portrait of Catherine is also very famous, but actually it's not contemporary, it's from the late 16th century. I don't know if it was a copy of an older portrait, I don't know the history of it, and it'd be interesting to find out. She's incredibly interesting because she had books published. And one of these books here, The Lamentation of a Sinner, published in 1547, a few months after King Henry VIII's death. There's this miniature of Catherine Parr here. I don't think it looks like the portrait that we saw earlier on which it's based, but it is apparently her with an age of 32, so it was probably painted around the time of her marriage to Henry VIII. And here's the table tennis bat. There's some portraits like this that have got these really skinny arms that don't look very lifelike, but I always like the striking blue at the back of a miniature. There's another contemporary image of Catherine Parr here. She's wearing the same crown pendant on her chest that we saw in the other portrait. In sumptuous costume. Look at the fabric here, there's the rings and the detail. With all of these large portraits, she really is showing that she has status, that she is queen, that she has command and position. There's something quite different about these portraits and how she is portrayed compared to the previous queens. Catherine Parr had very good relationships with Henry VIII's children, and this portrait is of one of them, Prince Edward, about 1546. And here is Catherine of Aragon's daughter Mary. She became known as Bloody Mary, but she had a bloody awful life, separated from her mother and everything that happened. Elizabeth, Anne Boleyn's daughter, who later became Elizabeth I, in a 16th century copy of an earlier painting. She of course went on to be one of England's most extraordinary and famous monarchs, despite all those fears of men of a woman becoming queen. King Henry VIII died in January 1547. 4 months later, Catherine married Thomas Seymour, brother of the late Queen Jane. The following year, in 1548, Catherine died after giving birth to a daughter. And so my time at Six Lives comes to an end. Let's look in the gift shop. Six Lives exhibition was incredible. I can only imagine the length of time, effort and negotiation that goes into getting all of these items together for us all to enjoy in the way I have. And if you missed it, you can still buy the book that goes with it. And there is also a whole look around the exhibition with Susanna Lipscomb on the History Hit channel. So you can check that out if you want more detail. And that's it, that's my time at the National Portrait Gallery over. Fantastic exhibition. Saw so many miniatures and portraits that I've wanted to see, and this obviously all links in to St Mary at Lambeth. Lots more stories on that coming soon. 4 Minute Family History is about all aspects of genealogy and family history, so do subscribe if you want to follow these stories and others if you enjoy finding out about the past.